singing your glory. The wind and the seas make melodies. All of creation is singing your praises. The birds in the air and the mountains declare your power and all of your splendor. That's why we were made, created for your glory. Heavens were framed and the earth. Your name we proclaim. Earth is singing your glory. The winds and the seas, they make melody. All His creation, singing His praises. Yes, they do. And the mountains declare, and all of your splendor. That's why we were made, created for your glory. Ah, yes we were, for His glory. Oh, the birds in the air.
What's going on?
Nothing much, Dr. What, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let's get started. So I want to welcome everybody to another episode of Jay's Music Talk. And with me, I have none other than a very special guest. This brother, I look up to this guy a lot, especially on keys. Brother Curtis Lindsey. How you doing, brother?
Great. I'm great. How you doing?
You doing exceptional, brother. All right. So let's take it back to the beginning. I want to know, like, what age did music start for you?
I started playing when I was 11 years old. Didn't take it seriously till I was 13, but that's when I started.
You started. So that's nice. I started when I was 14, 15.
Dope.
I was 14, 15. I want to talk about the album, Then and Now from Marvin Sapp. I want to talk more about that. I want to know, like, what was the process of that album for you? Being, the MD and in charge of the whole thing.
Yeah, so I MD'd and produced the record. Marvin pretty much, he's an independent artist right now, so he has the freedom to do whatever he wants at this point. And so I pretty much just gave him the vision of, hey, man, you got some great albums out. Let's do a then and now situation. Some new songs, some old songs, different arrangements to some of the old songs, but try to still keep, the foundation and stuff. It was a good process. We did that record in May of 2024. I believe it came out August or September of 2024. So it was a quick process, I'm grateful for the opportunity that Bishop gave me.
I like that, brother. I like that. From your perspective, what would you say was, the song that you enjoyed playing the most on that record?
Old or new, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, as long as it was on the record, bro.
I got a couple of them. I love the lyrics to "Here I Am." That song is really nice. Even though we didn't do the whole song, but I enjoy playing that song. As far as a new song, I like them all. I really like For His Glory. For His Glory is a really nice song. Between that and Created, one of those are really nice.
I'm gonna tell you some of my favorite. I like Created. I like that one. I like Never Would Have Made It. That's another good one. I like For His Glory as well. So I would say like those ones, like I've been listening to them nonstop, brother. Since September, I've been listening to those stuff, brother.
Wow. That's dope,
yeah,
man.
since September. So like like it really ministered to me.
Wow, wow, wow. Also, awesome.
Yeah, man. So I'm glad that you guys came together. You decided to bring back some of the old songs, and then I like that.
Yes,
I
sir.
like
Yes,
that.
sir.
Um, I know you're married. I was gonna ask that, but I know you're married.
Yep.
So how long have you and your wife been married for?
Uh, June this year makes 15 years of marriage.
That's nice. That's
Yep.
nice.
Two
15 years. That's nice.
kids and a son and a daughter. So pretty good.
That's nice. And I know that she's a singer as well.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Um, so like, what were some arrangements or stuff that you worked on her with?
Well, she actually just released a single on her birthday in November of last year, a song called We're Ready. So everybody go check that out. It's actually the same crew from the Marvin Sapp's record, same band. Um, a couple different more singers, but same vibe, same energy. So check that out. It's called We're Ready by Christina Michelle.
Mm. I also wanted to talk about I know you and Jason Tyson. I know you and him. That's your brother right there.
That's
Yeah,
my brother,
that
man,
that's what I realized. How long have you been working with him?
since I was 11.
Since y'all were kids. That's good, man.
Since I was 11. We actually, funny story, um, we met over a haircut. I didn't really know who he was, but we met over a haircut. And so our
Mm.
relationship was beyond music. It had
Okay.
it didn't really have nothing to do with music at first. I didn't really know his status at a young age, because we were 5 years apart. So as I was 11, he definitely was 16, 17 years old, where he was already doing records, touring, traveling, and stuff like that. And I didn't even know at that age that you could do music for a living. You know, I was, either when you graduate from high school, go to college, get a job, a good job. So I really, he really encouraged me like, hey, you can really do this, as a living, build your resume, take it seriously. And yeah, Jason actually was one of the, if not one of the first ones, but just inspired me tremendously. Like I said, our relationship is beyond music.
That's inspiring. I like that story that y'all knew each other as kids, and it wasn't just about the music and all that stuff. Y'all really had a relationship, and then you guys grew up over the years, and y'all been working together. So that's something that
Yeah, yeah.
I really take kind of to. What was I about to ask? All right. So other than besides Marvin Sapp, who else have you worked with?
I'm currently, as far as artist wise, currently Kenny Lewis and One Voice music director as well. Um, I've done some other secular stuff. I'd rather not say their names, but I've done some stuff on that side. Um, Currently the minister of music in my home church, Trinity All Nations Church, God in Christ, and finance director at Resurrected Life Church in Chicago with Pastor Barry Hill. Um, Work with quite a few people, a lot of local artists. I'm also a mixing engineer,
Mm.
and so work with Pastor Mike PMJ, Lisa Knowles. Um, yeah, it's been a good run.
Yeah, man, that's really good. So let me see. Correct me if I'm wrong. You started when you was 11 years old.
Yes, sir.
Yes, 11 years old. So yeah, that's a long time. You've been playing a long time.
Yeah, I'm 40 now,
Yeah, that's a long time.
and
I'm
still
18
still
years.
still learning, still learning.
I'm 18 years of age.
Dope, dope.
I'll be 19 in this year August.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah, I've been playing in church for 3 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 years now. I've been playing for other conferences, concerts and all that stuff. But you're definitely somebody that I really watch. Like as far as musician keyboard player wise, you're somebody that I really look up to.
Oh man,
Just as,
means lot, man.
Just have to put that out there, brother. You're really someone that I observe and watch. Because when it comes to musicians, brother, I watch people. I watch, how they, communicate with others. How they deal with people. Um, how their sound is, if that makes
Yes,
sense.
sir.
Yeah. So I pay attention to detail. So that's
Yeah.
something yeah, I pay.
Like I said, coming up in church, like I said, I can even remember how I even started playing. I was actually forced to play. My mom, I mean, I got in trouble if I didn't play.
Oh Lord.
Like it was one of those Joe Jackson situations, but it wasn't to the extreme of it. But I can remember my mom told me one Friday night service get on the organ.
Mhm.
It's one thing to not know how to play. It's another thing when you don't even know how to turn the organ on.
Oh
you know,
Lord.
so dealt with that for years, and it's just a great experience. I eventually connected. I don't know if you're familiar with this guy named Leonard Razor,
Yeah.
and um, we was kids, 14, 15 years old, playing for this choir called Joshua Troop. You
Mm.
might check them out. They a good youth choir back in the day, and got with him, and I ended up meeting Percy and Gerald Gray on the Gray Boy Productions, and
Mm.
getting with that camp, it also taught me how to play with a band.
Okay.
Because playing at church, of course it's different now, but growing up Kojic, um, organ is lead, not piano. So sometimes it was just organ and drums. And so at that young age, I didn't know how to play with a band, let alone knew how to lead a band, be a music director, have creativity, anything like that. So again, with the Great Boy Camp, learning how to be a producer, learning how to, you know, just be a leader. Um, you're the middleman between the band and the artist, and so you have to take the good and the bad. You have to be able to negotiate for the band, give the artist what they want at the same time, um,
Exactly.
and know how to separate business from friendship.
Hmm.
Um, know how to learn how to say no. That word shouldn't even be scary. Just you're unavailable. It's a no. Um, and my first record as an MD, I was 19. Yeah, 19 years old with
You were
Joshua
still young.
Troop.
You were still young.
Yeah. Um, so if you pull up that Josh Troop record, Troop Nation, um, it's myself, Calvin Rogers, Tony Russell, Lawrence Jones, Philip Feaster, um, Thaddeus. Dad was younger than me. We was doing that record, and that was my first.
Status can really play that bass, bro.
Yeah, that's my bro,
Definitely.
man. We've been knowing each other for a long time, and that was my first record, as a music director.
Mm.
Um, like full control. I MD some situations, but I was young, so it was still had to be somebody there to guide us. But like actually like, hey, these are my arrangements. I'm working hands on with the producer. I was
Hmm.
19 with doing Josh Troop's record, and then after that, still trial and error. You know, simple stuff as um, knowing the difference for the drummer playing with a click
Okay.
and playing with a drum loop. It's a difference.
Exactly.
A lot of drummers, um, no shade, but a lot of drummers can't play with a click. And I only know that hands on because I'm a mixing engineer. And so when you're um, editing drums and making sure the drums is on the grid, that makes a difference. So, like I said, in trial and error, I had to learn a lot of producing tips from them. My favorite arranger is Daniel Weatherspoon.
Hmm.
Of course, my favorite players are Rodney East and Jason Tyson, but the arrangements, with a band different is Daniel Weatherspoon. So big inspiration. And yeah, so that's where I'm at right now with clkeys Music Productions, and whoever called, grateful for the opportunity to work with new clients.
That's good, man. That's good. All these stuff that I'm hearing, man, it just really, it resonates with me. Especially, hearing your story, from knowing certain people, you first started playing, your first live show was 19 years of age, and that's really young too. that, that
Yeah,
that that that's what really caught me right there. 19 years of
yeah,
age. I'm
19
like,
years old as a music director. We were still gigging. We may have never did the records before that, but as a band, we was playing with Joshua Troop, when we was 15, 16. But really at the age of 19, that was my first opportunity that
ooh,
Percy and Gerald Gray gave me, like I said, to trust me to do a whole record by myself.
okay. Are your kids into music or?
My my son, somewhat. I don't want to force him into music, but I said this summer we was gonna, see where that passion is really at. He'll be 10 years old this summer,
Okay.
and um, because my wife sings, he sings more than he plays.
Mm,
He's knowledgeable of the piano, so he knows his notes on the keyboard. He understands sharps are forwards and flats are backwards. Um, but the next step is just working on scales and chord progressions before we get to songs, and he just have to put in the time, and like I said, I don't want to force him, but eventually, like I said, when I started at 11, I didn't take it seriously till I was 13. So coming out of eighth grade, that's when okay, yeah, I need to do this. And it wasn't for the money or the opportunity, but like I said, for me, it was more so, hey, I'm tired of my mom fussing at me every week about, get on the organ and play. But yeah, I appreciate it. I look back over it now, like if she didn't do that, what would I really be doing? Would I even be doing music, as a career? Or even meet the people I've met, the connections and relationships. Um, so I'm just grateful for my path.
yeah, bro. Um, so like, would you say? I know you would say double, but like, would you say like it's because your mother, how you got to be where you are today?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I grew up in church. I mean, church trumped everything. Even being in high school, if it was a funeral, I would get a religious relief from high school to just play the funeral. So yeah, my mom was very heavy on me playing in church. Like I said, my mom never believed in me doing this as a career. She understands it now,
Mm-hmm.
but in the beginning, it was like, you need to be sold out for church. You're gonna be the church organist, and this is what you're gonna do. Which I didn't have a problem to do. I wanted to, but the crazy part is, growing up, I never played a service like a Sunday morning service because it was still the organist and the keyboard player that plays the service. So only time I got a chance to really play was if they was running late, or like if they didn't come to Friday night service or Sunday night service. That was pretty much at least for 2 years, that was my grinding season. And so every summer, instead of hanging out with my friends, I was at the church or at home practicing, learning how to play. It could be congregational songs. I learned how to play those songs in every key,
Mm-hmm.
practicing in the practicing in the dark, practicing not looking down, um, getting my fingers comfortable to know where C is at all across the whole board.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and, and like I said, I'm still learning to hear the younger generation of musicians. When I say younger, I'm talking about at least 30 and under, that I wish I was playing like you guys when I was younger. I mean, of
Mm-hmm.
course, y'all have social media and YouTube and shedding and more resources than I had. My practice time was bringing a tape recorder,
Mm,
recording music off the radio,
okay.
and practicing those songs and learning how to play. It was a serious grinding season, and like I said, you guys are amazing. I know you guys can run circles around me as a player. I'm not in denial. Um, it's enjoyment to see, not necessarily that I want to play it, but I enjoy like, wow, these guys really are creative and you know taking music to a whole nother level.
Mm, yeah, bro. So have you ever had any crazy or funny moments, being on the stage, whether it be like
Oh, plenty.
rehearsals or something crazy happened?
I have plenty. um, the one I tell all the time. I I was playing with Marvin Sapp, and you know, I was running the playback, talking with the band and playing piano at
Mm-hmm.
the same time. And so at the end of the show, Marvin's last song is "Never Would Have
Yeah,
Made It," and
yeah.
so what happened was, for some reason, it happened twice, two different times. But the first time, I pressed stop on the Pro Tools. Um, and if you have a certain setting, when you press stop, if this setting is on, it goes back to the top of the session.
Uh-oh.
So instead of stopping at the marker where I stopped it at, and this particular time, it was set to go back at the top of the show. And so when it was time to press play for Never Would Have Made It, it played the top of the show.
Oh, no.
We was in a big arena, and I mean, it's a laughable moment. So the lesson I learned was, you know, I'm gonna put Never Would Have Made It in that show, in that session, 5, 6 times, and it's gonna be highlighted where, hey, Curtis, remember, go to Never Would Have Made It, and and I think the second time it happened, I didn't leave enough. I forgot to press stop,
Oh,
and,
Lord.
and so I didn't leave enough space in between each song. So in the middle of his setup, the song started. So those were two different moments that I could really, funny moments actually, like, wow, on a big stage, that like, wow, trial and error, lesson learned, blooper moment that happened with me.
Hey, brother. Hey, at least, it wasn't noticeable. At least,
Oh
like,
well, the crew knew. I mean, like I
but
said, we laughed it off, but I mean, it will never happen again.
at least the congregation didn't know. That's
I hope not.
that's all that matters, bro. As long as the congregation didn't know. Nah, but one last question before I let you go, brother. So if you have any advice, to give to the younger generation that's, coming up now about where you are, how you started, where you are today now, or a piece of advice that you would give to us.
Um, well, my brother Jason used to always tell me this: no matter what, man, take care of home. Home could be your family. Home could be your home church. Yes, go for the opportunity and stuff, but make sure the people that looked out for you before the opportunity is taken care of. So always take care of home. Music gonna always be here. If you stop doing music right now and come back to it next year, it's still gonna be
Mhm.
here. So just really take care of home, and always remember that it's gonna be always somebody better than you. So stay humble.
Exactly. Exactly, but I want to thank you so much for joining the show, man. It was an honor to have you, brother.
Man, thank you for this, man. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, sir, brother. This is another episode of Jay's Music Talk signing out with D. Curtis Lindsey. Thank you so much, bro. We'll talk.
Yes, sir.
In all of your splendor, that's why we were made, created for your glory.